Did you?
Yeah.
Cool.
Welcome back to Daytime. We're just arguing still about Matt Sundin.
No,
Every woman right here today, including Anna, our next guest, is saying, no, wouldn't go out with them.
You guys are lying.
No, we're not. If you find them attractive,
Well, I
you
would
go
go
out
out
with them.
with them.
They go out with them.
Well,
okay.
Matt, give me a call.
Times Change is a women's employment service that provides a lot more than employment opportunities. Joining us now is Katie Diddick to discuss the many ways they help women in need. Katie, thanks so much for coming in.
Hi,
Katie,
thanks so
you would
much.
totally
So you
go
would
with
not.
I totally would.
You would.
I go with whichever looks at me first. Yes, I would.
I knew it. That'd be Katie.
Did you just pay her?
No, I didn't.
That's not what she said before.
I know.
Okay,
Yeah.
Katie. So I went down to Times Change a little while ago, and I spoke to Manita.
Yes.
She's a great girl and told me all about the program. Times Change does so much for women who are looking for jobs or getting back into the workforce, right?
Right, that's correct. We're an employment, career, educational counseling service, all free for women. We run a number of workshops for women that help them when they come out of the workforce for a number of years and they don't know what's out there.
Right.
They can come into our offices and they can see that we provide a number of services for them, and computer services. There's a large resource center that women will use in order to see what jobs are out there now, or to explore the labor market today, what trends are out there. There's a number of things that women can do to find their own jobs or their career planning.
Katie, what's the history? How long has it been around for?
Yeah, I really enjoy our history. We're almost 35 years old now, actually, so we've been around for a while. We started during the women's movement in the 70s. There was a group of women in the Toronto community that when they wanted to return to the workforce after raising their children, they realized when they came out that there wasn't support for them in their particular fields. There really wasn't a core organization that helped them with their job search or with a new career path. So hence Times Change formed. I mean, the locations have changed, some of the faces have changed over the years, but largely the mission and the values stay the same. It's really helping women find satisfying and meaningful employment so that they can support themselves and their families.
What about education or, learning about computers? Because if you've been out of the workforce for so long, that's something you need to learn.
Right. Many women that come in, they're quite overwhelmed because they come back from 10, 15 years of not working. They say, I don't know any of the computer applications these days. So we say, come in. We've got a number of workshops that we run from Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, a lot of the programs that they use today in a lot of work. And we do these introductory workshops so they can refresh their memory, they can upgrade their skills. We also have a computer room so they can come in and they can actually work on the computers and resumes and upgrade their resumes and cover letters. So there's that option for people too, and self-guided tutorials. So there's a number of options that they can come in and they can use for the computer.
Katie, what do you do at Times Change?
I do a lot. I think with nonprofit, I do so many things.
I do a lot.
With nonprofit, I mean, it's never just one particular task. I mean, we wear a lot of hats. So I coordinate our volunteers. We have an excellent group of dedicated volunteers. Some of them have been with us for over 10 years. I do the intake, so when people come in, they either see myself or some staff members or volunteers, so we'll assess and we'll try to match them to some of our services that we have. But largely, I do a lot of our marketing and outreach. So I get to go out to the community and talk about our services with like-minded organizations. I get to do events and a lot of our promotional campaigns.
Great. Well, I think the clip is ready for my visit of Times Change. So if it is, let's take a look at Times Change. Times Change is a non-profit organization which was established in 1974. Their main focus was to get women back into the workforce. They do that a few ways. One, with all the job postings, but they also have lots of programs that they offer here, and we're here to find out all about them. So, Manita, tell me a little bit about Times Change.
Times Change is an organization that's been around for 34 years, and it originally started out of the women's movement in the 1970s, and it was established to help women re-enter or enter the workforce. We help women with job search, career planning, educational counseling. We run computer workshops for women to upgrade their computer skills. And we also have a resource center that we offer for women to come in, do their job search, their occupational research, and also they can take a look at the job board. We post jobs up, current job postings on a regular basis.
Barbara, how did you get involved with Times Change?
Okay, well, a couple of years ago, because of medical reasons, I was out of the workforce for about 3 years. And then when I was ready to go back to work, my confidence was a little shaky. And of course, so much had happened in the business world with computers and new business systems that I didn't know where to begin. So I had been talking to an employment counselor who was also a friend of mine, and she had mentioned to me to come here. I was just blown away with, number one, how I was welcomed. They took the time to talk to me, to assess what I was looking for and what I needed. I will say everything is free of charge, and that is pretty cool, because naturally when you're out of work, you don't have a lot of money or the resources to do all the courses and the upgrading, and maybe you don't even have a computer at home. It gave me a focus also every day not to get undisciplined with my job search. So I would do their programs, sessions, workshops in the morning, and then I would go and practice in the afternoon, use the resource center, their phones, their internet, learn cold calling techniques. Within a very short period of time, I landed an awesome job. When I do my morning gratitude, I always thank the women at Times Change.
So as you heard, Times Change offers many great programs. For more information, you can go to their website, timeschange.org. And together, we can do it. I'm Carla Pasaki in your community. See that? We can do it.
Yes.
I love that poster.
So do I. When we went there, the photog, Lewin and I were both like, okay, we've got to get a shot of that poster. It was really cool.
Katie, what about ladies that are watching now and just overwhelmed?
Yeah.
Like they just don't know what to do. What advice do you have for them?
We get that a lot. We get people that come in. I usually say, well, you've taken the first step. You've walked into our offices. You've taken that first step towards, your next step. Many women that come in, they're overwhelmed because there's just either no opportunities that they think that are available to them, or there's so much they don't know where to begin. There's an excellent quote that we always use. It's, if you don't know what you want or you do know what you want, this is a good place to start. So when people come in, we'll listen to them and hear where they're coming from, if they've been currently looking for work or what they've been doing. And then we'll assess them, and we can put them through either our job search workshop that's very short and focused for women that know what they want, or it may be a matter of going into our career planning workshop, which is much more long-term, 10 sessions over 5 weeks.
Great.
But it helps them decide what type of career they're looking for.
Super. Let me give the website, because unfortunately we're out of time. Once again, it's www.timeschange.org. Katie, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, my gosh. Coming up next, we're going to play with some toys.
Yeah.
A doll?
Clay and Katie, some great children's books. Stick around.
Yeah.